peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, round 7 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, hosted by the TANSO Racing Group, or TANSO TRG, sorry. So round 7 live from Kyoto Driving Park. We are at the Miyabi circuit. It's a short circuit, it's literally an oval with a bit of chicanes in it. So we're going to see some action all over the place tonight. 2 races. We've got 15 minutes qualifier and then a short 15-minute sprint and then a longer feature race. A little short break. It will be a reverse grid. Sorry, my microphone was miles away. Phil Gibbon, evening. So were you at Donington on Sunday, yesterday, Phil? Were you? Was that you, Phil Gibbon, photograph man? Not taking photos of me, CJW, MRC Bobby, Ghost Road Gaming, and all the boys, and Bucky, and Pav 46. And, huh? Where were you? We're supposed to be taking photos of us. Forget the cars. That was a good day, good racing. Evening to the new subscribers as well. If you tuned in, thank you for subbing up. I don't know where you've come from, whether you saw the flags yesterday. We were repping a bit hard yesterday. CJ and I had flags. You've probably all seen it on Facebook somewhere. But good day. British GTs, GR3s, GR4s battling out on track. Yeah, it's good. Some action. But tonight we've got the minis. These things are a little handful. 220 brake, 1,050 kilos. You'll see them ripping around. First race is no tyre wear and no fuel wear, no fuel depletion. It is medium tyres only as well. I think that's how they've got it set back up. Sunburn is killing. I know, we've sat down on the old hairpin just getting blasted for about 3 hours. It's great. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. You should have got a camera. You should have come and found us. You should have come and found us down at the old hairpin. Right, so we're into... oh no, we're not into qualifying yet. We're still in practice. Good. Right. Cutler is just asking everyone to get to track, so we'll take him up on his offer. We'll stop talking to Phil Gibb as well, so he can get on with his qualifying. Take that big black square off the screen for you as well. Steve Hill, CRT Ghost Rider, evening me. Right, Zach Blackwell deciding to go for a handbrake. Is he trying a J-turn around the last turn? Maybe. So, not actually started qualifying yet. I think we are just waiting for everyone to get to track before they kick off. Let's talk scores, shall we? Right, so after round 6, Tokyo in a loop, that was a good little fight as well. Drivers all over the place now. Thunder Out has come out of the pits. So leading the way still in first is NGR Cutler. TRG Cutler. NGR Cutler? Is it? No, it's still NGR Cutler. Okay. 192 points for NGR Cutler. Zach Blackwell, or Blackwell 411, is in second with 148. Those two have had a couple of good battles throughout the season so far. Very similar strategies between them. Just 1 point behind is Rob Scott 12. He's only on 147 points in third place in the championship. Still only another 7 points back in fourth. We've got P Gibb 92. He's just been in the chat. CJ, evening mate. Phil Gibbon in the chat, look, who's also in this race, was at Donington taking photos, and he didn't take a photo of us. But I think I'm not sure if he was there Sunday, but was there. He was there Sunday, but only taking photos Saturday, I think. Luke Doherty, 5th position. Luke Doherty has got 130 points. So still quite tight in the midsection. 126 points in 6th is Dan KBL. I've got Thunderat in 7th. He's only on 124 points. Again, Pajonski is only on 121 points in 8th. Graham Reeds, 113 points. So a little bit of a gap back to Graham there, but still not too far back. In 9th for Graham. Weiss in 10th. He's on 97 points. 11th we've got 1805. He's on 92 points. 12th RA320 Racing, 79 points. 13th we've got Next Gen Big Z. He's on 52 points. Boomilar 74, 32 points. Pav 46, 24 points, and D.90, newcomer to the season. He's on 23 points, but he's had a good outing. He drove all right last week. Joined the season after the mid-season break. Okay, so they've swapped it over to qualifying as practice. So this is qualifying we are on with now. Doherty holding pole position at the minute, 41.979, so real short races here, short laps here. The minis work well at these short little courses. You'll see some good battles here tonight. Big Z in 2nd, he's got a 42.313. Stephen Cunnington, evening. Oh, what? Stephanie Cunnington, evening. You're a bit far away on the screen, and I've only got a little screen to look at tonight. So Dan KBL's chucked himself up into 2nd, a 42.0 for Dan. He's also been up there with Cutler and Zach Blackwell 411. He does seem to smash his tyres a little bit harder, or make the odd little mistake, which just causes him to drop off the fight at the front. Himself and Zach have had a few fights throughout the season. D-Dot gets himself up to 3rd then, 42.2, just what I was talking about. Had a good race last week. Bigsy now 4th, 42.3. Blackwell in 5th, 42.3 as well. Pajonski 6th, 42.3. Bigsy 42.313. I suppose I ought to do the points as they're so close. Blackwell 411, or Zach Black, we've just been talking about him, a 42.317, so there's nothing in it really in these short tracks. 7th place for RA320, 42.466. Rob Scott on a 42.603. Oh, just catch him and RA320 running wide. Thunder at 10th, he's on a 42.606. GR Cutler currently 42.751. 1805, 42.717. And Wise currently rolling around at the minute. No hot lap, let's just see what he puts in. Blip 42.437, up into 8th for Wise at the minute then. So a little change from last season. The top 3 from last week's final race do hold on to a success. Oh, just see, I think that was Pajonski in the background. They do hold on to a success penalty, so they do carry extra weight into race 1. And the race 1 winners carry extra weight into race 2. That's how it works. Duco, evening mate. I know. Sunburn is real. Yes, Dukes. Right, let's find a little driver. Here we go. Let's go on board with the man himself, P. Gibb. Do a little. It is only going to be a quick lap of Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi circuit. So down the start-finish straight, crosses the line into the first turn, long sweeping right. all the way round. Just feathering that throttle. Let's get the information up for you lot. Down towards the first of the 2 chicanes, full speed through here. We raced this in the old school minis. There was cars upside down and all sorts. It was fantastic. We had great fun. So down into not the last turn, as they do come into another little chicane. Through here you may see a little 1 or 2 corner cuts just there. We'll see what happens. And that's about it for Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi circuit. On board with P-Gib, all of 42 seconds and 42.2 seconds there for P-Gib. Thanks. It's the quickest track lap in history, I think. Unless we did it in a GR1 maybe. So Luke Doherty again. He likes the race 1 with the no fuel, no tyre wear. He does seem to get on quite well. Unfortunately, it comes to bite him back in race 2 because this man doesn't like rubber. He takes tyres and shreds them very, very quickly, which doesn't benefit him in race 2 as the tyre wear and fuel depletion are then turned on. So 41.917 for Luke Doherty, D dots, 0.1 back, 42.087. Yeah, he's not managed to better that on that lap. Dan KBL on a 42.095, so only 8,000th back from D dot. 4th place Weiss, he's gone quicker, 42.106, only 11,000th back from Dan KBL. Bigsy in 5th, 42.243, so just over a 10th back from Weiss. P-Gib, for some reason, not giving me... Okay. 42.243 for P-Gib. It's not giving me a time between himself and Bigsy for some reason. Yeah, he smashes into the wall. Stop taking photographs, Phil. Pajonski then 8th. No hot lap on the board as such. But sitting in 8th at the minute. So possibly picked up penalties. Cutting the last turn maybe. Zach Blackwell in 9th. He's on a 42.3. So a lot of these drivers catching their best laps early on. Bit of glitching from Zach, maybe there. Thunderrat in 10th, he's on a 42.3. NGR Cutler 11th, struggling. Taking the win from last week, he's carrying the extra weight this week. Barrels through that final turn. Chucks himself back in the pits as well. Yeah, D-Dot's doing alright, you know, D-Dot's doing alright. Like I say, he did not too bad last week, I can't remember where he came. But he had some good results, I think 5th in race 2 and possibly 2nd or 3rd in race 1. Might have even been better than that. But yeah, doing alright, newcomer to the league. Never mind Damo, catch us next time, no problem, we can all meet up again, let's get more of us down there. Like I said in the post, let's give them a reason to change the name of that corner. Yeah, that's the turn where you're going to see some side-by-side nudgy-thon action through there. I think most of these turns actually, as drivers battle it out. Only 42-second laps, it's not as if they're going to be able to get away and have an empty track to play with, that's for sure. I've already seen 1 or 2 drivers running it wide on this turn. Coming up on the exit of the chicane as well, running it a bit too hot. Ooh, there we go, 18.05, going for a bit of grass tracking. Tries to sling it down the inside of RA320 as well during quali. track limits, 18.05, penalty for him. Right, let's change that up. What have we got? Just over 11 minutes gone in qualifying then, so just under 4 minutes to go. Doherty still holding that top spot. Like I say, he does like these race 1 conditions. No fuel, no tyre wear, just all out. Thrashathon to the end, 15 minutes. D-Dot's been unable to close that gap up on Luke Doherty. He's not got any closer. Let's just see what he's got now. 42.735, no, still unable. KBL putting in little purple sectors. Let's see what he's got. Just mess this last turn of the chicane up. Easily done though. He's still up. It's 8,000th up at the minute. So he can keep up that pace through those last couple of turns. It's a very small margin to hold on to. What's he got? That doesn't. 42.136. Is that what it turns out to be? Yeah. So it still holds on to 3rd. It was looking good. But that will give him something to go after now. He knows he can put those times in. He's just got to figure out how to take these last couple of turns a little bit quicker. It won't be this turn. Weiss still in 4th then. RA320. He's got himself up into 5th, 42.194, 18.056. He's gone up a few places as well, 42.212. Bigsy pushed down to 8th. He's on a 42.243. Zach Knight 242.285. Thunder at 242.362. Cutler again left and come back. Yeah, really struggling tonight, Cutler in race 1. That extra weight not helping. Rob Scott 13th. He's on a 42.472. Graham Reeves also left and come back. His quickest on there is a 42.622. So just over a minute left. Yep, we're going to take over that corner, CJ, that's right. We're going to strap all the flags up, we're going to get... That's it. It's just going to be sim race corner. That's where CJ are going to start setting up stalls to sell merch. CJ and me. People struggling to get any position changes then. Dan KBL and Zach going for a bit of a handbrake through the final hairpin. Oh, it's almost hairpin. Only 30 seconds left of quali, having a bit of fun at the end. Dan KBL and Blackwell 411 both transferred over from the mini challenge race we had running a couple of seasons ago on the Tuesdays, involving real world mini drivers, these two being 2 of those. And they've stuck it out for the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. So we are over the 15-minute mark now then. So this will be the end of qualifying, so to speak. All depends on whether Cutler can get through and start the race quick enough with these short laps. So it's going to be Luke Doherty in pole, D-Dot in 2nd, Dan KBL 3rd, Weiss in 4th, RA320 in 5th, P Gibb in 6th, he put in a 42.2 then, 18.05 7th, Big Z in 8th, Paczanski 9th, maybe 1 or 2 position changes as they sneak across the line while I'm not looking. Blackwell 411 in 10th. Binder at 11th. And GR Cutler in 12th. Looks like he's going to attempt to finish this lap off before he starts the race. Sitting in 12th at the minute. Rob Scott in 13th. And Graham Reeves, yeah, a bit struggling tonight. Cutler only able to hold on to 12th then. So just finishes that lap off, goes into ghost mode. That means race is on. Luke, stop chatting, stop typing paragraphs. The race is about to start. Pole sitter then, Luke Doherty. What's he saying? Oh, this is so frustrating. 2 tenths up in sectors 1 and 2. You've got pole position, what the hell? I keep losing it in sector 3. Well, stop it. Right, so a little 15-minute punch-up for you lot. It is going to be around this Miyabi circuit. Very short, nothing to it. Pretty much every corner is an opportunity to get punted. Oh, Luke Doherty false starting. Let's put him under pressure. Dan KBL coming through. Weiss coming through as well. So Weiss comes through to take the lead. D-Dot takes second. Dan KBL third. Luke Doherty pushed all the way down to fourth and under pressure from Bigsy. Bigsy under pressure from RA320. Different lines through there, trying to cut each other off. 1805 in 7th, P-Gib 8th, losing a couple of positions off the grid himself. Oh, a couple of drivers going wide there, P-Gib being one of those, Bajonski being another. A little bit of bumping and a barging going on, as to be expected. So up front, Weiss still leads, D-Dot second, he's under pressure from Dank though. Dank going for a bit of a move down the inside into turn 1, side by side with D-Dot into there. Through to take that second position. Now he's on the hunt for Weiss in front. Different lines through there. D-Dot might have a bit of an advantage into the chicanes if he can hold his line. No, Dan KBL then holds on to second. D-Dot now under pressure from Luke Doherty in 4th. Also having to go defensive from Bigsy in 5th. RA320 in the background, just running a little bit wide, just stay bolted onto the back of this pack. There's a little bit of a gap now back to 7th place Zach, who's had a pretty good start. He's made up 3 places, started 10th, he's now 7th, but he is a second back from those top 6. He's got 1805 for company as well. He's just got to be careful. 1805 going for a bit of a move down the inside. I think he's going to hold on to it. It's a long corner, turn 1. Got Graham Reeves in the background as well, so firing himself through in 9th position, trying to slot himself between Zach and 1805 here as well. Good driving by Graham Reeves. He's got himself past 1805, right on the tailpipes of Zach around the last hairpin. Now he's on the tail end. Oh, Zach getting it wrong. Catching all sorts of grass and curbs through there, picking up a penalty as well. Graham Reeves is going to make a move on him up the inside into turn 1. Nice and easy, just run a little bit wide. 1805 trying to sling it around the outside, carry as much speed as possible. Bajonski slips down the inside though as he does that. So Bajonski getting through into 9th, 1805 now 10th. Oh, into the face with the camera. Luke Doherty and sorry, it's Blackwell and Bajonski into the camera there. Zach still holding on to a little bit of a penalty. Let's go and see what's happening up front. Weiss still leading. He's still got Dan KBL right there with him. A little bit of a gap back now down to Luke Doherty, just over half a second back. D-Dot pushed down into 4th. He's now under pressure from Bigsy. So Luke Doherty making up 1 position. Top 6 starting to pull a gap then. Oh, D-Dot getting it on the grass. He's kept it in a straight line, but that might not. Yeah, running it deep into the last turn. Still struggling to get it back on track. Half a second penalty as well. RA320 is going to come flying past him. He's trying to lose his penalty on the main straight. Slows him right down. Graham Reed's, Blackwell, P. Gibb all swarming up on him into turn 1. So Weiss leading. Luke Doherty gets himself into second place, bypassing Dan KBL. Sticks him into third. Top 3 pulled a bit of a gap. 1.7 seconds from now. Fourth place Bigsy. And RA320 up into 5th. Yeah, a lot of drivers running it wide. Looking to keep it in a straight line when they hit the grass at low speed sideways. But Bigsy getting a little bit wrong. Picked up a penalty. RA320 is looking for an attack on him. Side by side up the start finish straight. RA320 does it look like he's carrying a bit more speed. Bigsy's losing his penalty into turn 1. Just allows RA320 through. Up front, Luke Doherty piling the pressure on Weiss for that top spot. Still got Dan in the background, and not in the background, still bolted on. He wants that second position back, but Luke Doherty gets a good run out the chicane. Down the inside. Goes down the inside of Weiss to take the top spot. He's still got a bit of a penalty to lose through that final chicane. Can he pull up enough of a gap from Weiss and Dan KBL? 0.3 of a second. They will slowly close up with slipstream into turn 1. Dan looking for a bit of a move down the inside of Weiss. Luke trying to drop his penalty as well through there. That keeps Weiss and Dan within a couple of cars length of him. Top 3 now pulled out 2 seconds over 4th place RA320, so he did get past Bigsy. I was expecting it as well. He's carrying a lot more speed down the start finish straight. Bigsy still got a little bit of a penalty to lose, but he is still there looking for that position back off RA320. D-Dot in 6th in the background. So he picked up a penalty, lost that. Now he's looking to gain those positions back as well. Graham Reed's 7th. Doing alright. He's pulled a bit more of a gap from Graham Reed's. From P. Gibb. 0.8 of a second. Can he extend that? He does a little bit. 0.9 of a second now. P. Gibb got 1.3 seconds between himself and Rob Scott in the background there. In the chocolate mini. Rob Scott under a bit of pressure from Cutler. He's made up a couple of positions. Carrying that extra weight in race 1. 18.05 in 11th. Pajonski now 12th. We did see Pajonski going a little bit squiffy through the chicane. So he's in 12th. There's a bit of pressure from Thunderat, not masses. Half a second back. It is, when you're very closely matched with the driver, it can be difficult to overtake. 18.05's got it wrong. He's dropping a penalty or something. Has he ghosted out? Has he disconnected? 18.05, hemorrhaging positions then. He's down in last place, not sure what's going on there. In the meantime, Luke Doherty pulled 1.2 seconds. Yeah, looks like we've got a disconnect, unfortunately. It's not a rage quit, otherwise there would have been some, God damn you, whoever you were, that smashed me into the wall, flipped my car over or whatever it was. Yeah, Luke Doherty's pulled 1.5 seconds over second place Weiss. Weiss has been under a bit of pressure from Dan though, so I think these two having to go defensive and looking for different lines just allowed Luke to stretch a bit of a gap. Weiss still holding on to that second though. Dan trying everything he can to get that position off him, exploring those track limits. He's got to be careful he doesn't pick up another penalty. So goes for another go down the inside into turn 1, carrying a lot more speed than Weiss there. Up the inside, can Weiss hold his nose? He can't, so Dan back up into second. Weiss third. Eight minutes gone, just under 7 minutes remaining. These two having a good old punch up. Good to see. I've not seen anyone being smashed off track. I think mistakes have been all people's own doing, running a bit deep into some of these turns. I'm sure there's been some door banging and stuff like that, but again, to be expected. RA320 does go for a move on Bigsy now. Around the outside at turn 1. RA320 4th. He's 3.5 back from the top 3, so I think that's a little bit out of the question. Bigsy's still there though, he's fighting for that one back. P. Gibbons 6th, now 3 seconds back from 5th place. He's got Graham Reeds. Oh, what's happened there? RA320. Heard the tyre squeal, had to go and have a look. He's got the hairpin all wrong. So Bigsy gets past. RA320 loses time. He's now under pressure from P. Gibb, Graham Reeds, and Cutler's got himself up into 8th. Out of nowhere. So he's only 0.8 of a second back from Graham Reeds. Rob Scott in 9th. D-Dot unfortunately down in 10th. Not so great race 1 tonight. Oh, cutting a lot of that turn as well. Might pick up a penalty for that one. Maybe he's got away with it. Pajonski just behind him, losing a penalty. Thunderrat in 12th. Zach Blackwell. Oh, unfortunately, he's having an even worse race. 13th position for Zach. 0.6 of a second penalty he's got to drop as well, and he's 5 seconds back from his nearest driver, Thunderrat. But 4.5 minutes remaining. If he stays there, he will get top spot in race 1. Race 2. Get your numbers right. Dan and Weiss still battling out for that second position. Luke Doherty has got 2.7 seconds lead over these two. But I can imagine they are both loving it. Weiss going for a bit of a move down the inside. Dan just comes back across the track to cut him off. Wrong driver. So on board with Weiss as he tries to chase down Dan KBL. Again, a little bit of contact, but love taps are just a thing in racing. As nobody goes flying off track, then everyone's happy, I think. So Weiss again gets another attempt around turn 1. See, he just cuts it slightly tighter than Dan. A tiny bit wide, allows Dan to escape for a fraction of a second. A real good battle here between these two. I bet they're absolutely loving it. Weiss actually a little bit closer on this run through the chicane. Oh, but he's missed a gear. Weiss, what are you doing? Still unable to get past Dan then. Pulled a couple of tenths, Dan. I'll come back and check that out. So Bigsy then getting back up into 4th after RA320's little mistake. P. Gibb has closed the gap back up. He's 6th place, right on RA320's tail. Not that far, he chucks himself down the inside of RA320 as they head down towards the hairpin at the end. It's not really a hairpin. Tight right. So P. Gibb up into 5th. He's now on the hunt for next gen Bigsy in front, 1.1 seconds, although RA320 carrying a lot of speed out that final chicane. He's coming back at P. Gibb, who's going to win out through turn 1. RA320 carries a lot of speed through there. He sneaks himself through. For P. Gibb to go. Can he get his nose down the inside into the chicane? No, he can't. So RA320 back up into 5th. 1 minute 40 left on the clock. Luke now storming away with it. Nearly 4 seconds over Weiss, who has got past Dan. go, look. I was on board for a couple of laps, left them alone, and they'll make a move while I'm not looking. So it's all up to Dan then to try and get that position back. A lap or two left. What have they got? Oh, they will only get one more lap, I think. So Big Z fourth. A little bit of a gap back to Weiss. He's still under pressure from P. Gibb. Graham Reed seventh. Couple of bit dropped from that fight now. He's now 3.4 seconds back, under a bit of pressure from Bajomski, only a second back. D-Dot down in 10th at the minute. Rob Scott 11th. Thunder at 12th, and Zach in 13th. 4.7 seconds back for Zach. Luke Doherty then. He may get another lap. It's going to be tight. We've got 15 seconds. Yeah, you're going to get across the line. Whether the two drivers behind and everyone else do. You see them still having a bit of a punch up. Luke, you've got another lap to do. Luke, what have you done, Luke? He's thrown it away with 7 seconds left on the clock, thinking those two aren't going to make it across the line. So Weiss comes through to take race lead. I bet he can't believe what's happened. From 5 seconds back to race lead. Dan KBL also sneaking through to second. Luke Doherty, what have you done? You may as well go around in reverse now. You're not going to catch these two up before the end of the race. Weiss then comes home to take first. Dan KBL second, and Luke, the controversy of all controversies, handbrakes across the line with 7 seconds left on the clock, and loses first place and comes home third. Luke, what were you thinking? I'm stumped. I'm just stumped. I'm stumped. I don't even know what to suggest, Luke. Just what were you thinking? If Weiss and Graham Reed's if Weiss and Dan KBL were really nice, they might forgive you that little indiscretion. They probably won't, but I'm just saying they might if you ask really nicely, like, boys, for some reason at that minute, I don't know, your next door neighbour exploded or something, and you just, you know, I don't know, whatever you need to come up with, you might have to, I don't know. I'd be on it, going, please, please. I'm gobsmacked, Luke. It's still third, you know. You were lucky though, because, well, everyone else just managed to get through on the checkered flag, so you only had Weiss and Dan KBL to come through. But oh my God, why? What? Why? Still, what? Oh, seen 00.08. Thought it was 00.00. Luke. Dog peed on your pedals. I like that. Yep, the hamster ran under your accelerator foot, even though your accelerator was planted. I'll have to come up with another one. Ran up your trouser leg. The hamster ran up your trouser leg. Been missing all day, and there it was hiding in your rig. And you had to go for a bit of a manoeuvre to get it out. You were lucky not to kill the hamster. Just give it some sob story, or Yeah, D-Dot struggled in that one. He was doing alright at the start, picked up a bit of a penalty, he got a, maybe, I'm not sure how he got from sort of 3rd to 5th or 2nd to 5th, but maybe getting it a bit deep into one of the turns, but picked up a penalty and then just got hammered by the drivers behind somehow. So we have now got a little bit of a break before we start race 2. It will be half an hour, reverse grid, but now we have tyre and fuel on. It is ×8 for tyre wear, ×6 for fuel. I can use any tyre between the racing super softs and the racing hards. A firework went off outside his window as he crossed the line, and he read the wrong time in panic, thinking he was going to... That's... yeah, there you go. He's already on it. Be nice, Damo. I bet he's gutted. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, Luke. It nearly happened to Potomac Pot the other week. So yeah, we've got a 5-minute break. Yeah, it nearly happened to Potomac Pot the other week in the GR3s. He handbraked across the line. Across the line with still a lap to go. Got damage because it was full damage at that race. Picked up damage. Had to limp. Luckily, he had enough gap between himself smashing in the wall and the drivers behind crossing the line that the counter had ticked over. So they finished before he... we had to watch him limp the car round for the final lap. Was a little bit terrifying for a second, just like that was, Luke, where it kind of stumped me and just like, what have you done? That is quite right. It does mean no max ballast in the last race. You only get the little bit of ballast. Still gives you ballast. Puts you 3rd from the back, but yeah, Damo's right. As nice as I've told Damo to be, you were a grade A plonker. And now you'll see Luke destroy tyres, won't we, Luke? How did you get on last week anyway? Did you change your strategy a little bit, didn't you? Didn't do you too bad, I don't think. But, you know, give Luke his due, he did false start. Got smoshed down to about 5th or 6th at the start of the race, managed to get his way back up to the front, and then promptly screwed it up in the final lap. But fair play to Weiss and Dan KBL. Not that they're going to give him the position back, I can guarantee you that. Nothing to stop you asking though, Luke. But I can pretty much guarantee what the answer is going to be. Except Weiss might be in a foreign language. Thunder Rat, where have you gone? Hopefully he comes back before the end, before the start of race 2. Who did we lose as well? We lost the driver, didn't we? disconnect. I forget who that was. Alright, come on Thunderat. You've only got a minute or so to get back in the room. So if you haven't already watched it, go and watch yesterday's Donington Park British GT's race. Go on, go and watch it. See if you see anything familiar at 1 minute 20. You'll be impressed. You don't ask, you don't get. So Luke has asked the question. That 5-second gap went down fast. Any chance of running the results from the lap before? Why's giving it a lull? No. Told ya. Your story didn't pull on their heartstrings enough. Maybe you should have got. Yeah, that would have been the one. Messed it up across the line like you did. Well, you know, you shouldn't have done that, but messed it across the line. Then got into ghost mode and blagged that there was a ghost. Maybe, I don't know. Knock at the door. I don't know. Or no, say there was a fault. Something went wrong with the PlayStation and it just went into ghost mode. There's nothing you can do about it. It's too late now. Weiss has already said no. Anything you tell him now, he knows it's going to be a load of waffle. Luke Doherty, man, what have you done? Can't believe it. Sitak 83, that was the new subscriber, of course. Who else was it? Sitak 83, Jack B. Big shout out to you boys, thanks for the subs. And all you lot in the chat. Cheers, boys. Get yourselves to Donington next time. We'll smash some posts up in pretty much everywhere. I do chat about it every time we go. I'm streaming and we're going Donington. Get yourselves down there. It's a good giggle like yesterday. Thunderat's joined the room just in time. Blackguard. That's going to delay it a little bit. Thunderat leaving and coming back now. Chris Cutler's got to set the NGR Cutler's got to set the room up by hand. Awkward Thunderat. Yeah, there's that first chicane, getting it a little bit wrong on the exit. Easy to run wide on that one. Getting the 360 right for Zach across the line. Scott has taken as much of that grass as possible, but keeping two wheels on. Not that time though. Weiss, you're at the back. You're at the back because you cheated this man on screen out of first place. Cheated him. He must have been in the lobby chat saying, yeah, well done Luke, you've won. I don't know why I'm coming up with excuses for you, Luke. You can come up with your own damn excuses. You know that's going in the chat, don't you, Luke? It might be worth you putting that in the chat before I do. Because I'm not going to be pretty about it. So in a second there's either going to be a paragraph pop-up on this chat or there's going to be a paragraph pop-up on the PlayStation chat. One of the two. Just because this man is in ghost mode, which means he's in keyboard warrior effect. You watch. Which chat? I don't know. One of these chats you're going to chuck something up. Oh, with that chat, yeah, the P1 chat. Send them the vid. Well, I don't think they'd handbrake across the line with a lap to go, mate. Don't think I've seen any of the P1 boys do that, apart from you. I put the keyboard down, right? Get ready for the race. Look, the race. Stop chatting. Did it to be nice to second and third, just spreading the love. I like it, Luke. I like it. It's not going to win you any favours with them. But Zach holds top spot in race 2 then, coming in last in the first race of this evening. So tyre and fuel depletion now on. Tyre wear set at times 8. Fuel depletion set at times 6. So you will see different strategies being used here. A big pile of minis head into this big long first right-hander. Let's just let them all stretch out. Position swapping all over the place. Rob Scott going for a move down the inside of D-Dot. D-Dot's going to hold his line through the chicane though. Holds on to third. Rob Scott might be able to carry enough speed into the hairpin. D-Dot going for a move down the inside of Thunderrat though. Not quite able to do that. NGR Cutler having a bit of a ding-dong with Graham Reed for 5th position. Just gets past him now, looking to make his way past Rob Scott. Graham Reed's now under pressure from P. Gibb as well. P. Gibb looking to go down the inside at turn 1. Cutler just losing his penalty. Picked that up through the final chicane. Still holds 5th though. Still hunting down Rob Scott, trying to run around the outside, holding that line into the chicane. Rob Scott comes through though, holds on to 4th. Oh, who's that in the background? Just ploughed themselves into the wall. Was it Bajonski? Someone's just done it. Big Z coming off worse. He's now down in 13th place, 1.6 seconds back. Right, up front, Thunderrat then trying to make a move on Zach for top spot as well as D-Dot. So that little lead that Zach had has now disappeared. Thunderrat now up front, D-Dot second, Zach in third. Rob Scott in 4th, Cutler up into 5th. We've got RA320 running wide. Zach Graham Reed's in the background following him through there as well. A lot of drivers taking to the grass through that first chicane. And Zach chopping off a big chunk of that curb, slots himself back up into top spot, gets himself back past D-Dot and Thunder Rat. Starting to close back up again. Rob Scott looking for a move down the inside of everybody through there. Gets himself up into second, still putting the pressure on Zach in front. Cutler slots himself through as well into third. Gets himself off track though just as they come into this chicane. Oh, a little bit of contact between D-Dot, Cutler, and maybe Thunder Rat getting a bit of contact there as well. A lot of these drivers taking it off-road through there. D-Dot getting a bit of a punt, I think he's gone out wide. Side by side with Cutler through the chicane, but Cutler just holds on to third. Whether he does up the start finish straight. P-Gib coming up with a lot of speed to take fourth off of D-Dot. Can he carry enough speed? No, so he has to slot himself back behind Cutler for fourth, although D-Dot carrying a lot of speed. Here he runs himself wide. Back down towards this hairpin. Train of minis. It's good to see nobody getting fired off track. Weiss running it wide through there. There's a lot of drivers doing that, doing very well to keep it in a straight line. Drifter drawn in it through there. Let's get ourselves up front, see what Zach's doing. So this is his view currently in his rear view mirror. He's got Rob Scott in second, Cutler in third, P-Gib just in the background in fourth. D-Dot now pushed back down to fifth position. Zach's running a little bit wide. Oh, just chops Cutler and Rob Scott's nose off. Cutler actually sneaks through to take second. That's through the first chicane. That gives Zach a little bit of breathing room down to the tight right. So into this final chicane, chopping all that curb off. So holds half a second over second place NGR Cutler. He's also got P-Gib, Rob Scott. P-Gib can actually get himself up into third position. Got himself past Rob Scott. So down into fourth then for Rob. D-Dot looking to get back through and make his way back up towards the front of this little pack. Goes for a little bit of a move down the inside of Rob Scott. Doesn't work out for him there. So Bajonski in the background, sixth position, under a bit of pressure from Thunder Rat. We have got a little bit of glitching I saw from Graham Reed's. Just seemed to glitch across the track. I think there though, sitting in eighth position at the minute. He's under pressure from RA320. Tyre wear starting to kick in these minis. RA320 in ninth. Little flash of the lights for him trying to put off Graham Reed's as they head up towards turn one. I don't think that's the place to do it. Nice easy corner. Luke Doherty sitting in 10th. I think he's just dropping his penalty off there. Holding extra weight from race 1. Weiss in 11th, also winner of race 1, holding maximum weight. Is it 11.0 something? I forget what it is. It did pop up in the chat a second ago. He's just holding on to 10th at the minute. Luke Weiss is piling the pressure on. Big Z. Sorry, I missed Dan. Dan in 12th, so he is holding the second most weight of the race. Coming in second in race 1. But sitting in 12th at the minute, not getting on quite as well as Weiss and Luke with that extra weight. Big Z down in 13th, putting all the wear on those mediums. And while I've been looking at these guys, Cutler's managed to get himself up into top spot. You'll see Cutler very good. He's on a set of racing softs, not a lot of tyre wear. You'll see he's very good on tyre wear and his fuel consumption. Softs for P-Gib as well, also not doing too bad a job. Very similar to Cutler's on the softs. Third place the mediums of Zach's. Very similar tyre wear to the softs of the two drivers in front. In fact, slightly more on his front left. On the mediums for Zach. Rob Scott also out on the softs. Ouch. Thunder Rat has devastated. Oh, Pajonski and Graham Reed's running wide again through there. Thunder Rat got all sorts of wear on that set of racing softs. He's also losing positions due to that. So where do we get to? D-Dot then on the mediums. RA320 on the softs, a lot of wear on that outside left as well. Thunder Rat, the softs with a lot of wear on. Graham Reed's on the mediums. Not too bad wear on those at the minute. But down in 8th position. Luke Doherty 9th, Weiss 10th. Dan KBL 11th. Pajonski then down in 12th, so maybe that off-track action just getting it a bit wrong after the fact. So sitting in 12th behind those drivers now, and then Big Z 4.4 seconds back. Again, smashing that set of mediums to bits early on in this race. I've got drivers coming in the pits now. Cutler stays out. Pete Gibbs in second stays out. Zach stays out. Rob Scott stays out in 4th. RA320 stays out. He's under pressure from Thunder Rat. Both of these drivers got, well, no tyres actually. There you go, no tyres. No tyres. So position swapping between these two. Let's see if they chuck themselves in the pits. Doesn't look, no. Both of them stopping out for another lap. Let's see if they swap positions again. Closing up Thunder Rat. Yeah, D-Dot, he struggled a little bit. I think he's dropped himself in the pits and come out on a fresh set of boots, so we'll go and have a look where he is. RA320 going a little bit wide through there. Oh, Graham Reed's, he's off track again in the background. He likes to run it wide through that chicane. Pajonski have had about, how many laps have we on? 13 laps. About 13 turns of that, about 13 goes. So Dan still out on the racing softs, not stopped yet. Ooh, a little bit of a bump from Graham as they head into turn 1. Weiss now in the pits, comes in from 10th. D-Dot, where's he going to come out? So back up into 10th, he's out on the super softs. So I can't see those lasting very long. They'll do well for the first few laps, but I could see those burning out quite early. If people are taking out a set of mediums faster than a set of softs, it'll be interesting to see what these super softs do. High tyre wear circuit, a lot of pressure on these minis going around these corners. And Big Z up into 11th, so he's also stopped out on the super softs. There's a fair bit of wear on those, so he's coming from the mediums onto the super softs. Got a bit of a penalty to lose. Pajonski also stopped, he's out on the softs. Weiss, after his stop, he's come out on the softs and he's down in 13th. Cutler still leads, goes for another lap on those worn out softs. P. Gibb follows him around. Zach also follows him around, but he's a long way back now, 5.1 seconds. Needs to think about dropping those medium tyres off. They're doing him no favours right about now. We've got Thunder Rat and RA320 still swapping positions as they head up the start-finish straight. Again, neither of these drivers stopped. They're looking to get maximum red on those front tyres before they stop. Forget the fact I can't turn a corner. Graham Reed's in the background, staying on track through the chicane. Okay, he's got it, lap 16. You can see, a bit of a bump between Graham and Thunder Rat. Thunder Rat chucks himself in the pits now though anyway. Cutler also in the pits now. RA320, half a second penalty to lose. So P. Gibbs stops out for another lap. He's got 6.5 seconds over Zach, who's also stopped out. And then we've got the no tyres RA320 in third, but Graham Reeves looking to come past. Graham Reeves probably going to chuck himself in the pits as well. Rob Scott on the fresh tyres, getting himself back up into fourth. Graham Reeves does come in the pits. RA320 is looking for full red, empty tank, and no front left tyre at all on that wheel. Thank you very much. Drops his penalty through there. So P. Gibbs still leading. Got 7.5 seconds over second place Zach now. Half a second penalty to lose. Chucks himself in. He's still got a lot of fuel on board, has P. Gibb. So Zach stops out for another lap. Again, quarter of a tank on. But a lot of wear on those mediums. And we've got Rob Scott in the background, 4.8 seconds back on a brand new set of super softs. But again, I don't know how long they'll last. Who put a set of those on? D-Dot. Let's see how they're getting on. He's picked up a little bit of damage. A fair bit of wear on those softs. He only came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 laps ago. Which is what, 6 minutes. So he's under pressure from Thunderat on the fresher set of softs. Currently holding 8th, Thunderat 9th. Dan also stopped. I missed Graham Reed, sorry, Graham Reed's in 10th. So Graham Reed's come out on a set of mediums. Dan KBO 11th, he's come out on a fresh set of softs. RA320 has come in then. He's gone for a full tank, fresh set of racing softs. D-Dot comes in for another stop then. Bigsy in 13th. He may get this position back. He's out on a fresh set of mediums. D-Dot just exits the pits now. Goes for half a tank, fresh set of super softs. We'll see how his strategy plays out. Got 10 minutes remaining of this race. Zach still leading. He's looking to wear out that set of mediums. Rob Scott in the meantime on the super softs, just drives straight around the outside, almost. Should be a nice easy overtake for Rob Scott down the inside. Just all that grip. Just able to drive around this corner compared to Zach, who has had a bit of a slip and a slide through there. Does he come in the pits now? No, he doesn't. Stops out for another one. He's running it very long. His main championship rival is just in the background as well, though. Let's see what Cutler's got on board, fuel and tyre wise. So half a tank, freshish set of softs. Just drive straight down the inside of Zach. So he's definitely thought he would have come in this lap. Keep it on track, Zach. Evening, Billy. How you doing? P give him 4th. So does Zach come in? No. Is Zach Blackwell 411? No, he can't. I was going to say, is he looking to run the whole race? Of course he can't. He's got to put fuel in. What are you doing, Zach? Don't do Luke Doherty. So Rob Scott on the pretty worn racing super softs, just under a bit of pressure from NGR Cutler for that position. So Zach will be in the pits this lap. Don't let me down, Zach. Zach's in the pits this lap. Oh, I was right, you see. That allows Pete Gibb to come through. Does it allow Luke Doherty to come through? It'll take him a while to get enough fuel on board. So he's still in the pits as these two come through. We'll catch up with Blackwell 411 in a second. Rob Scott and Cutler still battling it out for top spot. Rob Scott's going to drop out of this fight soon. He's going to have to come in for fuel. Cutler still holding over a quarter of a tank. He might be able to run to the end on that. So Rob Scott in then. That just promotes Cutler up to top spot. Pete Gibb, plenty of fuel on to the end of the race. And I thought he'd be able to last on those tyres as well. He gets himself into second. Luke Doherty may take fourth. Depends how long Rob Scott's in the pits for. He does. Gets past pit exit before Rob Scott comes out. He just came out in the background, but not carrying as much speed as Wise. So Wise comes through to take fourth. But on a worn out set of softs, and not a lot of fuel on board actually for Wise. Just ghosting out as well. So Rob Scott, plenty of fuel, plenty of tyres. He can now push all the way to the end of this race. Thunder Rat should be able to last to the end. 6.5 minutes remaining. May come in for a little set of tyres at the end. He's got plenty of fuel on board. Zach in 7th. Fresh set of racing softs. Half a tank. So a bit of work for Zach to do. He was sitting up front for a lot of this race. 6 minutes to try and make any more places up from that position. Graham Reed's 7th. He also will be able to go to the end of the race. Yeah, he devastated his tyres, mate. A lot of these drivers did tonight for some reason. So Dan KBL in 8th. Again, he'll be able to run to the end. RA320. Possibly, if he doesn't smash his tyres up too much. D-Dot, what happened to you, D-Dot? You got the chicane wrong, didn't you? So that's slowed you down. Still holding a bit of front end damage. Luke Doherty trying to do anything he can to get past D-Dot at the minute. Might have picked up a penalty actually, Luke. Yeah, there you go. You chop off all of the inside corner of that chicane. So okay, Luke Doherty does get past D-Dot then into 10th, into 9th, drops his penalty at the same time. It's on the super soft as well for Luke. D-Dot in 10th on the worn super softs. Oh, again, he's got that chicane wrong again. It's the same one. It's the same corner. D-Dot's got it wrong again. It's been his Achilles heel this race, I think. As the tyre wear kicks in. Just not quite able to carry as much speed through that chicane, and obviously struggling to keep it in a straight line. Comes in the pits now then, looking like he's going to come in for a fresh set of boots. Bajonski comes through to take 11th then. D-Dot 12th, fresh set of boots for him, and Bigsy sitting the end of this race out. In the meantime, Cutler with 4 minutes remaining. He's got a 6.5 second lead over Pete Gibb. Just under quarter of a tank and a little bit of a worn out set of softs. Yeah, there's track limits on, Billy. People are catching penalties for it. And Rob Scott in 3rd, 8.1 back from P. Gibb. Tall order. The tyre wear of P. Gibb and Cutler might just slow them down enough or cause them to run a little bit deep or wide, allow Rob Scott a bit of a move, maybe. 3.5 minutes remaining. Again, tall order. Cutler comes in for a final stop. Is he just going to come in for tyres? Taken on a little bit of fuel as well, has Cutler. He does come back out in 2nd. Let me get to him. And what's he got now? The gap is 5.3 seconds between himself and P. Gibb up front. 3 minutes remaining. He's going to have to push Cutler. He's on the super soft again. He should have enough fuel to carry on. Gets out in front of Rob Scott. He's also out on a set of super softs, but a bit of wear on those. 3 seconds back from Cutler himself. Zach in 4th on the softs, so he'll run to the end like that. Graham Reed's also sticking out in 5th, I think, on those tyres. And KBL 6th on the worn out softs. Doherty actually getting himself up into 7th. RA320 8th. A lot of tyre wear on these cars. Weiss, reasonably fresh set of super softs. He might even have to take fuel on before the end of this race. That's going to drop him down the order. He's carrying the extra weight from race 1. Thunderat 10th. He's out on a brand new fresh set of super softs as well. We'll see whether Weiss has to do a bit of fuel saving if he's going to do that, or whether he comes in for fuel, we'll see. But Jonski might have to come in for a little splash and dash as well. D-Dot then in 12th. And Bigsy, yeah, Bigsy sitting this one out. P. Gibb in the meantime with 1 minute 40 left on the clock, still holds top spot, but only 2.3 seconds between him and Cutler. There was 5 seconds. Cutler has thrashed the pants out of that, and he's back to no fuel. P. Gibb still got plenty of fuel on board. So at this pace, Cutler's still going to have 2 laps to do. I don't know whether he's got enough fuel on board to do 2 laps. With 43-second laps, he's going to have 20 seconds left on the clock when he comes to the line. He can't sit on the line and allow that to tick over, not with all the drivers, I say as close they are. They've got Rob Scott and Zach within striking distance for certain. So Pete Gibb still holds on to that lead. Those tyres starting to struggle now for the race leader. 30 seconds left on the clock. So this will be final lap when they cross the line. 26 seconds left. Cutler. Oh, I don't even know. It's going to be close. Rob Scott. He's got plenty of fuel on. He could smash it to the end. Cutler, in the meantime, is going to have to be very, very careful, I think. Or he's playing an absolute blinder. He's not going to get that position off P. Gibb before the end of the race. Not unless P. Gibb punts himself into the wall. Ah, but Cutler's done exactly the same thing. He's got to be careful. Rob Scott coming through at full tilt. Cutler's got himself back on track, but he is literally out of fuel. Rob Scott might be able to sneak this position. Cutler's out of fuel. Rob Scott's got to press now. He's going to take it. Rob Scott's going to come across the line in 2nd position. Cutler just losing out on that position, coming home in 3rd. Zach Blackwell, a little bit unfortunate himself. He's also out of fuel, so was in no position to try and snatch that place off of Cutler either. So comes home 4th. Dan KBL in 5th. RA320 comes home 6th. Graham Reed's another driver out of fuel, comes home in 7th. Doherty ghosting out, also out of fuel. Is Thunderat pretending to push him round? Ah, Thunderat's already finished the race. Okay. Yes, thought I'd ballast up the fuel over there. Oh, I thought I ballsed up the fuel there. Yeah, you put a little bit too much in. But unfortunately, Cutler didn't play his fuel strategy quite right. And nor did 1 or 2 other drivers. It was looking like it. He had 5 seconds when he came out the pits, Phil, and then got down to 2.5 when I flicked back. But then, ouch. That's about all I can say. Everyone ran out of fuel, Luke. Well, loads of people ran out of fuel. Cutler ran out of fuel, he lost position. see what's going on. Luke's not happy, he's disappeared, ran out of fuel. Ballsed up the first race. Semi-ballsed up the second race. So, race results then. P. Gibb takes the win in race 2. Rob Scott comes home second due to NGR Cutler running out of fuel. Zach also ran out of fuel, was unable to take advantage of that. We've got a fight in the chat. Yep. That's why I flicked it off. Dan comes home in 5th. RA320 6th. Graham Reeds in 7th. Graham ran out of fuel as well. Luke Doherty ran out of fuel. Thunderrat looked like he was pushing him around. I don't know what's happening with the Mini Cooper screen on the left. It's all squiggly when it's on my screen. D-Dot comes home 10th, so didn't have a great race tonight for D-Dot in race 2. Pachonsky 11th, Weiss in 12th, so yeah, really struggled with the extra weight in race 2. Winner of race 1 though for Weiss, he'll be very happy with that. Controversial circumstances, only on Luke's part, because he handbraked across the line with 8 seconds left. Thinking it was 0-0-0. Luke. Luke, what are you doing? And then Bigsy, yeah, Bigsy sat out the final bit of race 2. Still picks up points though. And that was it. Round 7 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. A quick shout out to the sponsors as well. We've got Motorsport Wall Art, MK Designs, Trophy Monster, and flipping heck, Tribal merch, Tribal, come on. Tribal something. Wait a minute. Alright, just wait a minute. Looking. Tribal something. Did I? No. Oh, I forget what it is. It's tribal something. Link in description. Yeah, nice bit of racing there by Phil. Managed to hold his own against the infamously good Chris Cutler with his tyre and fuel strategy. Not so good tonight, unfortunately. Yeah, that's going to be about it for tonight. You all missed out if you weren't at Donington yesterday. It was great. The sun came out. It was fantastic. We're all sunburnt. So, what have I got coming up? Wednesday night, 8:30. We are back with the MRC Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Again, 2 races for you lot. Then Thursday night back with Battle of the Groups. That's the TVT drivers in pairs for that one. Sunday night is the new F19 League from P1 Boys. So that's going to be at 9 o'clock, and then back next week 8:30 for this. I have got something coming up with the Americans on a Saturday afternoon if you've got nothing to do after, I don't know, Match of the Day or Grandstand or whatever the hell's on these days. I don't know. I think that's going to be about 3:30. I don't think it starts yet. It's sort of end of October, beginning of November. They're looking at for that, I believe. But yeah, it's going to be sort of mid-afternoon on a Saturday for that one. With Americans. Come and check it out. Other than that, give it a like. Give it a subscribe. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.